Ready? Well, first of all, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out today. I'm really excited. I think this is an exciting time for Pelican fans. Today we have Julius Randle and Elfrid Payton, and we want to welcome them here to New Orleans. We're excited to have these two additions to our team. We think that they will be great fits. Both of these guys are two-way players, and we really believe that these guys are going to really impact our ability to win games. We want to build off what we did last year, and I think most people are familiar with both players. And so I really will open up to you guys. I just want to welcome these guys to the team, and like I said, we're really excited to be here. We're really excited to have your families here, and this is a really good day for Pelican fans.
So I guess just to start, how do you feel like these two guys fit into what you did last year and what you want to do moving forward?
Obviously, we want to build off of the success we had last year. That both these guys are two-way players. They both like to push the ball in transition. We think that they have the ability to not only create plays for their teammates but also for themselves. And everyone knows how competitive it is in the NBA. It's particularly in the Western Conference right now. And we think these guys are going to really help us out.
Julius, can you just kind of take us through the process of what happened? It seemed like it all happened very quickly. And when did you kind of make the decision to come together?
So I knew it was some options. I didn't think it was going to happen this fast, to be honest. Just talking to my agent and stuff, and the communication and the dialogue we were having, we thought it was going to be like a little bit of a slower process. But obviously, dominoes started to fall. There was mutual interest between New Orleans and I, obviously, and just talking to my agent, I just felt like we were going back and forth, and we both felt like regardless of the situation, this was like the best fit for me in the best spot. So we were really excited, and like I said, dominoes, as free agency goes, dominoes start to fall, and it just happened. Like it wasn't really much of a thought process for me. You kind of start thinking about stuff before it happens anyway, and it wasn't really a better fit, I felt like, other than coming here.
Sorry, if you don't mind asking, there were reports about Anthony recruiting you. How did that unfold? Did he call you? Did you speak to him before the process? Just if you could kind of take us through that.
Yeah, obviously, like I said, stuff started to happen, and I talked to Dell, and I talked to all the coaching staff and everybody, and everybody was really excited about the opportunity of me being able to come here. So that was part of it. And once that started to happen, I actually reached out to AD just to kind of get his advice on how he felt and how he liked it out here. And he told me, and then he had called me like 3 times in a row after to pretty much get the job done. But just talking to my family, talking to Dell and the coaches and stuff, man, it just felt like a natural fit for me.
Elfrid, obviously coming back home is something that you should be excited about. Do you feel like this is a reboot in a way for your career to come to the Pelicans and kind of put what happened in Orlando and Phoenix behind you?
A little bit. I'm just excited to be here, excited to be able to play in front of my family for 41 plus games, and help this team do what they did last year.
And what skill set? I mean, people have compared you to Rondo, the guy that not that you're here to replace, but a guy who's left the roster. Do you see that in your game, and what particular skill sets do you think you're going to bring to this offense and to the defense?
Just like you said, pushing the ball in transition, getting to the paint, things I've done over my career, and just finding shooters. This team has a lot of shooters. Getting the ball to the big men like Julius and getting to AD once I'm in the lane, but definitely pushing the pace.
Was coming back home a big part of your decision?
Not really, to be honest. I felt like this was the best fit, so it didn't matter if this team was in, wherever. And Dale said that too in the meeting, but I just felt like this was the best fit team for me at the time.
One thing I'll add too is like with Elfrid, we met with Elfrid he was our first meeting, and we've been studying Elfrid for a long time, and we really feel like his skill set's going to make us a better team. And I thought our coaching staff did a great job of showing him some video and some analytics that showed that with the way he plays that he's going to elevate our group. And like I said, we met with him at midnight on July 1, and it was a really good meeting. And I think, after that meeting, he really impressed us. He had a lot of good questions. We showed him what we want. We showed him the vision that we had for him with our group. And it's funny, like after he left, and we found out later, like he was pretty excited, and we were pretty excited. Like, we're glad to have him here.
When you say a long time, you mean all the way back to Louisiana Lafayette, or just pro?
Oh, we've been watching him for a long time. He's a guy that we've been targeting, and all the way back when he played USA basketball when he was younger. We're not allowed to go to the high school games right now, but there's certain events that we can watch. And like I said, we've always felt like he was a great fit for our group, and especially the way we want to play.
Coach, you talked about the team getting younger and more athletic at the end of the season. Obviously, these are two young, very athletic players. How important is it to make your team younger faster in this league?
Well, we feel like these guys are what we call like young veterans. They got experience, they've been in the league, they've had success, and we just feel like they're ready to go. They're ready to play, they're ready to impact winning. And, our group is excited. You can feel the energy in the building after we got the commitments from both of these guys. And like I said, we didn't expect Julius to become available. I want to make sure we said we didn't. But he's always been a guy that we targeted. And as soon as he became available, we jumped on it as fast as we could because we wanted to get him here.
Dylan, you anticipate the style hadn't changed. This time last year, we were talking about DeMarcus and Rondo in these spots, and now you have two different guys. Do you anticipate a similar style, or is the vision changing because of how these guys play?
I think the way they play fits in the way we want to play. We want to play fast. We want to defend. We want to get out in transition. And the other thing is that these two guys are very unselfish players, which has been great with our group. I think last year we were second in the league in assists, and they fit right in with that. And so, like, their ability to make plays, like I said, for their teammates and for themselves, is going to really enhance our team in the Western Conference.
Julius, one of the issues that this team had last year was offensive rebounding, and that's been one of the strengths of your career. How important do you think it is in that pairing with AD to help him on the glass and to also be that physical presence opposite, him in the post?
I think it's a really good pair. There's a lot of really good guys that I feel like, the whole team that I fit in well with. So I'm just excited. But as far as that front, I think it's just like something that comes to me naturally, just natural instincts. And with guys like AD and Nico and all those guys, being able to attack the glass and just create more possessions for the team, it'll be a really good thing.
Considering that's where you started your career and you had all those young guys out there building stuff, how tough is it to walk away from that LA situation? Obviously, especially with LeBron there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's really tough. Obviously it was a great 4 years for me there. My family and I, we really enjoyed it. Got better as a player, learned a lot, as a person. But for me, I'm just looking, towards the future. For me, this is not about, this season or next. I want, this to be home and to be a long-term thing. I feel like this is a group where, like Dale's saying, guys are young and energetic, and a group that can really grow together.
How meaningful then you're saying that AD did reach out, that AD did make a recruiting pitch, that wasn't just you knew that he wanted you, but to actually be active in that process. How much does that mean to your future here?
Yeah, well, it's very important. It's their star player. The franchise guy who's been here from the beginning of what they've been able to build up until now. So for him to see me, fit in well to that plan and a part of that future. It means a lot, and with that, becomes a lot of responsibility. So, like I told him, I'll be there on the front line with him every game, and you're not gonna have to worry about me, bringing my hard hat. So, I'm excited.
Elfrid, when you signed, I don't know if you thought you would be the starting point guard, but it looks like that potential is there for you now. Is that the mindset you're coming into camp with, to be the starting point guard for this team?
Yeah, that's the mindset I'm coming in. To compete for the job. I don't expect nothing to be handed to me, but I'm going in competing to be a starting point guard. Obviously, that'll be coach's decision, and whatever it is, that's what I'm going to live with and contribute to the team, as best as possible. But yeah, my mindset is to be a starter.
If both of you guys, how important was it to be in a situation where you feel like you can win and reach the playoffs for the first time?
No, it was important for me. I've never experienced that. So seeing what this team did last year, and like I said, how they play, and the style of play, and how I fit into that, for me it was super important to be able just to build on that, and be able to carry that even farther. It's not about getting to the second round. We were on the phone and was talking about building championships, and that's my mindset. So.
Yeah, same thing for me. I'm excited to have the opportunity to play on the playoff team and play around guys that's been there. Like you said, I never experienced that, and if it's everything I heard, I want to be there. So.
Yeah, can you talk about the point guard position as a whole, all the people you had in the mix?
Well, with Elfrid, we also have, obviously Drew can play both the 1 and 2, and, his versatility has been big for us. And then, as the season went on last year, we played Ian there at times, and we're also excited about Frank Jackson. Unfortunately, he was injured in summer league, but we feel like we have a good mix of guards. And I said the key for us is obviously we got guys that are going to play hard and compete, defend, play for each other. And we felt like that was a big part of our success last year, was that the guys were playing for each other.
One for both players. At this point in your careers, how would you describe the opportunity to play with someone like AD, and do you think that being his teammate will change your games or change the way you play in any way?
I don't know. I don't know how it's going to change my game. Obviously, being able to play with somebody, with that amount of talent, definitely should rise your game. But, I think just trying to figure out, what he likes, things like that, where he likes the ball, will be something different. But as far as changing how I play, I don't know.
Yeah, for me, I think it's great. Any time you play with talented players, I feel like it rises the level of everybody. So for me, he's definitely gonna be the best player. I play with Kobe, obviously, but it was at tail end of his career. But it was the best player, in his prime that I played with, and I'm excited, man. I feel like it's just gonna make the game easier for everybody.
The idea of having 3 bigs with Nico and Julius now, how do you expect that to work? Do you think those 3 guys can coexist on the floor at once, or is this a situation where you mentioned you wanted to bring in Nico last year and Marcus was healthy? You think they kind of get it?
I think their games all fit together. I think each of them do a little bit something different, but I think their games all are going to enhance each other. I think they're all going to make each other better, and that's really the vision that we have. Even speaking to our coaches, that you can have AD on the floor with Julius, and then you can have Julius on the floor with Nico, and like I said, we all saw last year when Nico and AD was on the floor together how that worked. And so, like I said, all 3 of those guys rotating those minutes, I think is going to be a problem for teams. And all guys are, the good part about it is they're all unselfish. They're all going to make each other better, and then they can all defend.
Julius, how much are you looking forward to your role? Obviously, DeMarcus had the ball a lot in his hands last year. Do you feel like you could fit in and do that same kind of thing?
Absolutely. I mean, one of the biggest things that really, made me excited was, the guys being, second in assists in the league last year. For me, that was huge. I think, unselfishness is contagious. And I like to play unselfish. I like to see my teammates make a shot before I make a shot. So, I think, me bringing my skill set with that, along with the other things I can do, I feel like it's just, like I said, a natural fit.
Elfrid, how do you think the tempo of the way this team plays, they led the league in pace last year, do you think that suits your game, and how eager are you just to get in the system like that?
For sure. I think I'm best in transition when I'm pushing the ball. So I'm excited to get into the system and just talk to coach and get his feel for the game and things like that, and things and learn from him. So I think it definitely fits my strengths, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to come here, and I was excited to sign here.
Dell, is that something you had in mind with both of them? Is the idea of playing with the tempo, and do you think they both fit that?
Yeah, so we studied these guys. Like I said, these guys have been guys that we've targeted, not just this year, but for years. And we've always felt like if we had the opportunity to add him to our group, that would be ideal.
Were you surprised when Julius became available though? It seemed like it all happened relatively quickly.
Yeah, it happened real fast. And like I said, when it did happen, I said, we got him on the phone, and it was funny because Alvin used to be a college coach. He went into old recruiter mode. And so he's like, man, we got to get on him. We can't leave him. We got to keep touching him. And we wouldn't let him go. We kept calling him and texting him, and we just wanted to make sure that we were able to get him here.
Point guard is obviously very important to this offense. You think about the guys that Coach Gentry has had, Steve Nash, obviously Steph Curry.
Yeah.
How do you come into this locker room in your first year and establish yourself as a leader from the point guard position, a guy who gets people to their spots offensively and defensively? What are you going to do to try to get yourself ingratiated as a leader here?
Just lead by example, coming in, as much as possible, just doing things that I need to do. I think they'll respect the way I work and, how serious I take my job. And then I just go from there. I think a lot of, respect comes from, the battles we have on the court, seeing how hard I go for my teammates, and I think it'll just grow from there. I think once they see that, then my voice could be a way to lead people. But to answer your question, I think just coming in and, working hard and, showing how serious I am about my teammates and, how I go to bat for them.
And just to follow up, you played in the West for a short time at the end of the season after the trade.
Yeah.
Obviously, the West is stacked with great point guards. What is that challenge going to be like on a night-to-night basis to go up against the Chris Paul, Steph Curry, all those guys at this conference?
It's going to be fun. I like challenge. I like to compete. I like banging against better players. Like, that's fun. Just let me know where I'm at with my game and, what I did this summer and, what I need to work on, things like that. So I'm excited to compete in the West.
Can I ask you a question? There's two kind of not basketball related. I think at camp this weekend.
Yeah.
I know you said it wasn't a factor coming home, but being a Pelicans player at that camp, is that more meaningful than being a Suns player or a Magic player, that these kids can now come see you night in and night out?
Maybe a little bit, but I think knowing that I'm from here, even still, just the fact that I grew up here and know where a lot of these kids came from and the neighborhoods or things like that, I still think it makes an impact, but maybe a little bit more.
And the second one is, I apologize for asking about your hair, but I know it was a big deal. Could you just kind of, those of us that haven't talked to you since you played, just kind of behind that, since you're such a trademark look?
I just was ready to cut my hair. I had my hair for a long time.
What was the reaction from your friends and family when you showed up for the first time with it freshly cut there?
I don't know. It was a lot of people was surprised I cut my hair. A lot of people were disappointed I cut my hair. To be honest, but I think people like the cut too.
Dale, do you feel like you still have work to do, or could you be satisfied with the roster the way it is?
We're always going to try to find ways to improve the roster. That's just part of the job. But we're happy with these two guys that we have right now. We're happy. We're able to also bring back Ian Clark. Ian played really well for us last year, especially down the stretch. And so, like I said, I actually wish training camp started tomorrow because I'm that excited right now. Even when these guys walked in the building this morning, when I saw them, I started getting fired up again. And and especially last year, going into the Smoothie King Arena and seeing all the red shirts and the people there and the excitement, I just can't wait to get back to work. And so I know we got to take some time off, but like I said, I can feel it right now. I can feel the energy and the excitement, and I see the potential for this group.
Definitely, give us the GM's point of view of the extent to which these two guys replace the big man, prominent big man and point guard that you lost, and the extent to which, or also the extent to which it represents a new direction.
When we finished the season last year, we felt like we had found a rhythm, we found an identity. And, I'll start with Elfrid, just the way he plays. Like, we really studied him. And said he's the guy that we even tried to acquire before, and just the way that he can push the ball and push the pace, and you know the way he sees the game, we've always thought that it would be ideal for the way we play. I think with Julius, the same thing. You know, coach really emphasizes our bigs when they get the rebound, they can bring it in transition, and the ability to make plays. And I mean, I remember watching Julius for years, and you know, I even seen him in some games when he was back in high school playing point guard, and just his ability to see the court, and then also, you know, the energy and the toughness that he brings. I can't wait to see him flex, you know, after he makes one of those plays. And, you know, his ability, obviously, you know, people talk about crashing the glass and playmaking for others, and his ability to score. I said our coaching staff, you know, after, you know, we got the commitment from the guys. You know, we've already had meetings about how we're going to use them and talking to these guys and showing them video. And, I mean, both guys came in this morning, got a workout in with our staff. And, you know, like I said, everybody is really looking forward to integrating them into our group.
And I'm sure this won't be the first time you guys are hearing all season the comparisons to Rondo and DeMarcus. Is that something you ignore? Is it something that motivates you? How do you kind of handle that when that comes up during the year?
I don't really focus on that. You know, I focus on how individually I can get better as a player and how can I impact winning. You know, I don't really try to, you know, compare myself to somebody or whatnot. You know, I don't think it's about that. You know, I don't think it's about living up to that expectation or, you know, quote unquote whatever. I just think it's about, you know, going out every night, playing the best of my ability and impacting winning. And I think after that, everything else falls in place, you know, individually.
Del, do you think this team is improved from where you guys ended the season, and how do you take, and the next step is a big one, to try to take, and how do you maintain ground and try to?
Yeah, we do. We feel like the team's improved, but we also feel like the rest of the league's improved as well. And so, you know, on paper, everything looks really good, but obviously, you know, we have to do it on the court.
Can you guys say a little something about your preparedness to jump into Coach Irvin's defense?
This is the first time I think my 4 years of NBA experience, I think I did, like, in an individual skills workout, did defensive drills. So, I mean, for me, that says it all about how serious he is about that end. And I'm excited about that. I love that challenge.
And how much did it mean that to have AD jump in with the recruitment of Julius? And is that something that was different for him? Was he more enthusiastic?
No, he's always been active in recruiting, and obviously, you know, they have a relationship, you know, with the Kentucky ties. And it was funny when he first came available. You know, AD texted me. Said, yo, Julius is available. I was like, yeah, you know, we're on it. And it was funny because the way everything happened, because then, you know, his representative said, hey, you know, he's looking for AD's number. AD's calling me, hey, I got Julius' number. I think I got the right number. I'm going to call him. So everything worked out great. And so it was great to see his excitement in that.
So, Julius, have you already picked out your spot in the Kentucky corner of the locker room?
Yeah, I think I got Rondo's locker. I think it was his old locker. His stuff wasn't gone yet, but I went ahead and moved it out the way. I love Rondo, though.
Dale, you said you'll try to acquire Elfrid at an earlier time. Can you elaborate on that?
I prefer not to.
Did it mean a lot to you that they were your first meeting and they made a point of seeing you right at the buzzer when free agency started?
Yeah, it was actually kind of super convenient because I had a fundraiser Crawford's ball, and so I was here, and they brought me right over here. So yeah, it meant a lot that that was the first one. You know, they really emphasized that too in the meeting, and like you said, you know, they showed me a lot of things that, you know, they had been studying about me and how they really, you know, felt that I fit what they were trying to do in the direction they was moving. So yeah, it meant a lot to me.
Doug, you talk about, obviously you were at Summer League, you watched those guys, and Javon Blewett is going to be on a two-way deal. What did you see out of that group, along with the other additions that you made this season? How encouraged are you about some of the young talent you saw?
You know, we were disappointed Frank was injured in the first game, and you know, he gave us a little taste. You know, I think he scored 12, 13 points in, you know, the first half, and then he was injured. But you know, he's a gritty guy, and you know, it was good to see a little bit of it. We wish we could have saw more. The development of Czech has been good. You know, watching him grow up in front of our eyes is, you know, he came here as a young kid, and then last year, you know, down the stretch, you know, he was helping us win games you know, when we were making a run for the playoffs. And so watching him continue to grow and get better as a player, you know, those things were good. You know, Blewett was the guy that he just committed to signing a two-way contract with us. He shot the ball well, and he's done that his whole career when he was in college. And so, you know, we still got a few more decisions to make. I think the team's last game is today. But, you know, we were pleased with the group.
And this is our first time getting to talk to you since free agency started. I mean, what's your reaction to seeing DeMarcus and Randle leave? You told us several times in a perfect world you'd like both of those guys back, and not both of them are gone. So just what's your reaction seeing that?
You know, I'm excited to have these guys up here right now. I really am. I mean, I am. You know, and you know, things work out for reasons. You know, we wish those guys the best, but I'm really excited to have these two guys. You know, seeing these guys in the Pelican jersey. I can't wait to stand up and take the photo with them in this jersey. And like I said, I'm thinking forward. I'm moving ahead. And like I said, these are guys that we've always wanted, and that's where the excitement comes from. And we feel like these guys are going to make us better. And you know, sometimes you go places where you want it. We feel like we need these two guys because they're two-way players, and we're going to push them, and they're going to push us. And like I said, I know the word excitement's been used a lot today, probably more than any time in the last, you know, within an hour. But that's the true feeling.
Elfrid, Drew just had a really successful season on the defensive side of the ball. Are you looking forward to working with him and sort of taking aspects of his aggressiveness and his game?
Yeah, for sure. That's one of the players I'm most excited to work with. I feel like I can learn a lot from him. Yeah, I mean, he had a great season last year on the defensive end, like you said. Well, really both ways. So I know he has a lot of knowledge to give, and you know, I'm excited to learn from him.
Any more questions, guys? Well, we have a jersey presentation for a photo op.
Got this one right here.
I'm wearing this today.
You guys can both hold it up and just scoot in and pose a couple here, right? Just like that. Good. Take it right here. Here we go. Thanks, guys. Those numbers locked in? Are those the buildings?
Absolutely.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you.